This is Let's Cook with Pam.
Welcome to another episode of Let's Cook with Pam. And today I'm going to show you how to make a Spanish omelette. We are still on colors, we are still in Christmas. So again, we have the colors, the Christmas colors. We have the red, the green. So my main ingredient here is the eggs. I have 6 eggs here. Then I have spring onions. Then I have potatoes. You can use leftover potatoes, like if you had fries and they remained, or boiled potatoes, then you can cube them. You have salt. Then you have Parmesan cheese. Then you have frankfurters, or the dogs for hot dogs. You have the red capsicum. So the first thing I'm going to do is maybe light my stove. This is a breakfast item which can actually, eaten in the morning, can last you maybe 8 hours. If you eat this kind of breakfast, you don't need to eat lunch, because you have your protein, you have your starches, you have your vegetables, and of course cheese. Cheese is very heavy, so it takes long to digest, so you'll be full for long. We'll start with Rina. Then you need to fry your onions, your spring onions. I love using spring onions for this one because they're full of flavor, and they also add the green color to your dish. You can also choose to use red onions and then use red capsicum, green capsicum I mean, for the color. I know there are some people who use coriander, also known as dhania. After this, I'm going to fry my frankfurters, the hot dogs. In this dish, I've used the beef frankfurters, not the pork ones. Then you'll add in your potatoes. I've heard people calling this chips mayai as well, but this is an enhanced version because you have vegetables included. Chips mayai is very common in Tanzania, especially in Arusha, as breakfast. You can see the colors, how rich they are. Then you can put in your capsicum. See how the colors come together. This is actually a leftover dish because the potatoes, you use what was left for dinner or for lunch, and maybe the sausages as well. You can use the other sausages. If you fried them and they remained, you don't have to use the hot dogs only. Now you are going to beat your eggs. Use minimal heat for this dish because it's a slow dish. You can put in salt, just a bit, a quarter teaspoon because the sausages have salt. And you put in your cheese. The cheese is salty as well, so you have to balance out the amount of salt you add. So when it gets here, you're just going to pour in your eggs. Just make sure it covers everywhere, every part of the vegetables. And just cover it to cook over very low heat. I use a splatter screen which is conducts heat very well. So what will happen is that there will be heat from the top as well. So you cover over very low heat and let it cook. You'll keep checking your omelette, and you need to turn your pan so that you move all the liquid away from the center. What we are trying to get is a dry top, dry enough to turn. You can pull it from the edges as you push the eggs to go under. So you can cover again and let it cook. We want the top to be relatively dry before we flip it. After a while, you'll see that your eggs have set. They are solid, sort of. So you'll try and turn your egg. You cannot use a fish slice to turn your eggs, not this one. Maybe you can use a plate or a splatter screen if you have one, but you need something to cover your pan with and just turn your egg. So I'm going to use my splatter screen, and there it is. Then you roll it back to the pan like that. So let this side cook just a bit because it had already cooked when you covered. And before you turn it again, you need to just clean your splatter screen. Now your egg is ready. You'll just turn it again. And you see how beautiful it looks. There it is. Ready to be served. So I like cutting mine into pieces because this can serve so many people. It can serve 6, it can serve 8 people. So I like cutting it. So I'm going to cut it into pieces and just serve. Now my Spanish omelette is ready. As you can see, it's nicely set, nicely golden brown. I'm going to serve it, and this one can serve 4 to 6 people. Because sometimes breakfast you have other items, you have the cereals, you have the fruits. So this can actually serve 4 to 6 people. But I understand there are people who can eat this on their own. Who am I to judge? Now I'm going to serve it. I like cutting mine into quarters. Either into quarters or more sizes. Let's assume we are many. So let me make it even smaller. And this is very good for what you call brunch or high teas. If you're serving a high tea, this is a good one. So we are just going to put them here some sort of way. Cut them. I'm going to arrange them neatly in a plate so that people can just pick what they want. And maybe just to make sure your plate is clean whenever you're serving your guests. You just have to wipe the sides before you take them to the table. I'll just remove this. This is how I make my Spanish omelette. I don't know how you make yours. You can share in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to Let's Cook with Pam and hit the notification bell. Follow me on Instagram, Let's Cook with Pam KE. I'm on Facebook as Pamela Odor. See you next time.